he was like, I'll get to it when I get back. But he doing good stuff with the visuals, man. Love it.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, where we at? Everybody good?
Oh yeah. I am good to go.
And ready, as we say. Okay. All right,
Mm-hmm.
about to go. About to roll.
All right.
Shut up, I'm gonna say what I want. I'm free to believe, and my speech is long. And you need to receive if you leave it wrong. It's what you want now. The plan is started, so listen to Sam and Marcus.
Now with 33% can.
Say hardcore truths with a splash of contrast. Cause this the Illegal Opinions Podcast.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Illegal Opinions Podcast, last place for real talk. Listen with an open mind to leave mad. The choice is yours. Episode 253, and we are out of Marcus today. And filling the gap is a friend of the show, half of Jack of All Nerds. Please follow them at Jack of All Nerds Show on YouTube and all those accessorated places. Michael Maxwell, thank you for coming on the show.
Woo, welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially considering I thought you did it already because we done did this shit so much. And
all I heard was all white people looking like. That's what I heard. I would be offended if I was you.
That's wrong of me, actually, you know?
Yeah.
No, but we used to we had Derek Murray up here a few times. He's the other half of Jack of All Nerds. And just because we talk like sporadically throughout the years, for whatever reason, I just thought he did the show. I don't know. Bad on Sam. So
yeah,
I'm making it right. You know, that's what we doing. Had Eric up here last week after years of bitching. And it was a fantastic episode.
I would not say anything about that because he holds grudges.
He does hold grudges.
He holds grudges.
I was glad we got him on, man. That shit was fun. He's been one of the funniest cats I know. But anyway, man, how y'all doing? How was your weekend? What's going on with you? We always do that first.
Yeah, you go ahead and go first, man. You're the guest.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, my weekend. I mean, we're still early in the weekend here, but it's a busy weekend. I'm working on a video that I have to put out for YouTube next weekend. So today is script writing, tomorrow's filming, and then editing throughout the week. So that's my weekend.
Yeah, nothing fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get out much, so that is my fun. That's making the videos what keeps me sane. So
that's what's up. That's good. That's cool. Sam, what about your weekend, bro?
So everybody to know, like, this is the guy that got me back to visual content, like for real. Like everybody, like when I think I did like the Batman video a while back to some of my YouTube channel a couple months ago. Like I was on the phone with Mike, like, yo, like I'm trying to get through this like creative thing that's making me not do stuff. So like, yeah, y'all got him to thank a lot for being back on YouTube and everything, for real.
That's what's up.
For real.
Well, thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be here. But they needed me, so I'm here.
Think that'd be.
I mean, I did like that in your intro with 33% more Ken.
Yeah, that was Sam's work right there. Goofy ass. Yeah, that's cool.
Had to make it a thing, you know. But yeah, man. I went to, as y'all know, the San Antonio Comedy Festival down there, Empire Comedy Festival in San Antonio. Forgive me, and an amazing time. Yeah. Bobby, Kev at Woodlawn and Upstage Comedy Houses. This was their first time doing a festival. And I'm gonna tell you, like, just as a comic, when a place is doing their first festival, typically you don't want to do it. Like, they still got some shit to figure out. It's not gonna be organized, and even with the little hiccups that happened, that was the best run festival, except for ones that I've seen run by like much bigger companies like Entertainment Max. And I was grateful to be a part of it. I did some amazing networking. It was a chick on there that went to the high school I was supposed to go to.
Oh, damn.
Like from the same 7 cities. And me and her's energy just bounced off of each other. Like, you know, somebody just kind of speak your childhood language.
Yeah.
It was dope.
That's what's up.
Stephanie, hilarious comic. Stephanie Denise, hilarious. And they already, announcement, want me back in November for the Military City Comedy Festival. So stay tuned for that.
Shit.
I'll be
Nice.
back in San Antonio, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and get hit like Dallas and Houston and places like that in the weeks
Yeah.
around. It's like the 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So,
Mhm.
well, one of those 2 weeks. I'll announce the date soon. It was already announced on my Instagram, but yeah.
Don't get lost in Houston now. Houston, the big city, bro.
No, I'm good, man. San
They hold
Antonio,
on to you.
I might move.
Huh.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like
San
San
Antonio?
Antonio be showing me
Okay.
that much love. Like, and then
That's
like
what's up.
my friend group is there. Like my high school best friend lives there. We grew up in
Mhm.
Virginia together. They live in San Antonio now. My battle buddy from going in the military lives there now.
Oh shit.
My best friend from kindergarten lives there now.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Damn.
it's just I don't know. And then my family is there. It's just starting to feel right. Like for real.
That's good. That's cool. That's what's up.
'Cause
Well,
I
I ain't
don't want
doing
to say fuck LA, but yeah.
man, it's
Cost
yeah,
of living. Is cost of living better there?
Cost of Comedy Soul is better there.
Okay.
that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it does.
That kind of leads me into, I guess, the next. Do we have an echo?
Mm-mm.
I hear a small echo. Anyway, I was like, I've been doing this thing for 14 years. Those of you that listen to the podcast, like I'm really starting to revere as family, because when I get a chance to speak to you off of this, and you say things in comment sections, you'll say something that we talked about 200 episodes ago. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. Now, to just and it's crazy because like Mike, no, this is what we hope for.
Mm-hmm.
People to want to do that, but when it happens and it trickles in, whatever, but we grind day in and day out, like Mike just said, and like a lot of people probably gloss over that he working his ass off at something he loves, and that's what his weekends consist of.
Yeah.
I'm down in LA. I've been doing comedy across the country now. I can honestly say I've done it in more than 15, 20 states, and getting in these places is no small feat. No small feat. If you've bought a ticket to see me at the Comedy Store, or the Improv, or any of those big ones, like, thank you. I was hosting there for 8 months. I can't wait to be able to all the way talk about why I'm not in there anymore. But what it taught me was some of these friendships ain't worth shit. And I know there's probably some people listening that are in the industry and they're like, man, you shouldn't even have thought they was your friends in the first place. But certain things you do for people kind of make you be like, all right, we got to be a little bit closer than that,
Mm-hmm.
And I got fucked over in the worst possible way.
Mm.
And that's why I'm not in there anymore. And that's not a slight on the club. This is a producer problem. It's not a slight on anybody booking at the top stuff.
Yeah.
But it also showed me kind of another example of what it looks like when you finally get through those doors you've been chasing your whole career. I told y'all that shit was an honor to me. I know Dave Chappelle loved that room.
Mm-hmm.
Getting in that room, I found out why he loved that room.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to that room.
Yeah.
And when I say nobody, I don't mean that it's not packed out. It's sold out without me on it, I mean, like, the eyes of the club don't go up there. So you can do whatever you want up there, and, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But that's also a detriment to somebody in my position. It's great for somebody in his position.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, he can go up there and work out whatever the fuck. Ain't no recording, none of that. Nobody cares. Nobody saw it. But where I'm trying to be seen, it might not have been the best spot. It's on my resume now, and that's great. But the way I got put out of there, I'm furious. And the people probably been seeing me a little off on social media. That is exactly why. But I want to handle it the right way. So I ain't saying a whole lot yet.
I don't blame you. Yeah. When it comes to the friend stuff, I'm weird with friends. Like if you call me at any given time and I ain't like video, if you video call me at any given time and you have not seen me sitting on the toilet, then we probably ain't really friends. Cause I answer the phone at any, I'm dead ass. I got I got a handful of really good friends or really good best friends, if you could even have more than one best friend. And all these motherfuckers can tell you they know when I'm on the toilet because I'm naked. You don't see everything, but I'm like really close on the phone. And they're like, nigga, I thought I told you to stop answering the phone when you're on the toilet. I'm like, yeah, well, you probably did. but I just want to make sure everything's okay, so I hate that shit happened to you, but
I feel like
how...
you have to know when someone's on because the bathroom has a very particular set of acoustics. Yeah. And you can just tell, like, if somebody's in the bathroom, even if they're not on the shitter, like if they're in the bathroom, you're just like,
yep,
what are you doing?
Why? Yeah, that's the question, right?
Take the shit in the bathroom. Damn, motherfucker, you could have waited. That's what they always say. You could have waited. No, I couldn't have. You my friend. You know what I mean? So
it should be a compliment, really.
Exactly.
That's one of them things that's like, I don't understand why people want to ever use anybody else's cell phone. We all take our phone on the toilet, all of us.
Yep.
So it's gross to ew. Like my fecal matters here, sir. Like, what are you doing?
It's because we don't care, man. Because you got to think, mostly every hand you've ever shaken has had a dick in it, so we don't care.
What you mean, mostly?
Yeah. Mostly every hand you've ever shaken has had a dick in it.
Every hand. Every single hand.
Yeah, you've shaken females' hands before that probably ain't never handled a dick before. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've shaken some lesbian hands.
Yeah, some lesbians, but but they probably haven't experienced the penis. So
that's possible.
We'll say 99% of the hands you've ever, made contact with, whether it was a high five or a handshake, yeah, there was a dick there before. Especially on New Year's Eve, because nobody washes their hands on New Year's Eve. Okay, I'm done with my rant. Yeah.
That is exactly why I don't go out on New Year's.
I don't fucking blame you.
all the dick hands that are out.
All the dick hands. Yep.
Oh man. Let's talk some shit, man.
Yeah.
I had Mike on specifically, like we've been planning it. I was like, I want to have him on a good one, and arguably one of the biggest superhero movies of a while have come out. We're gonna get to that. So those of you that ain't seen Superman, like, we'll know when to start. I'm gonna tell you he's talking about it, so you know when to stop.
Yep.
All right? Because I mean, for real, you ain't a fan if you ain't seen this one yet. Like,
I mean, yeah, at least by tomorrow. This is the second weekend, so at least by Sunday. If you hadn't seen it by Sunday, then you select. Yeah, but go ahead. We'll talk about it like you said.
Yeah. We'll get to it. But first and foremost, I feel it important to address that I was in Man of Steel. I just wanted to see if Mike was gonna throw up.
You know what, man? What part were you in?
You beat me to your own joke, really. That's all it was.
That hurts.
Look, man. hey, man. Because like we walked out of the theater on it, but we're not gonna say no more. Walked out of the theater, we was all quiet, and my son looked at me and goes, "Man of Steel sucks," and then just walked away. I was like, "You're grounded. Get out of my house." Like,
God damn.
That movie paid for your college, like, but
yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get into that. So before we do, I know all of us, like, we understand late night TV and all that good stuff. Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert, the Colbert Report. Now he was doing the Late Show. The Late Show is ending, but it's not just him leaving. The Late Show itself is all the way ending. And that's a milestone for a bunch of reasons, But I started asking people just a rhetorical question: when's the last time you actually just watched a whole late night show? Because it's just on while you masturbating, fucking about to go to sleep timer on type of show, So people just are holding on to a nostalgia. But like, for real, when the last time you like watched it, other than a clip on TikTok?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I mostly just watch the opening monologues of every late show, including the Daily Show, on YouTube. It's like 10-15 minutes, and then I move on to the next one. I don't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I kind of think that's what's fucking up the late shows. It's
YouTube.
Yeah, it's the fact that you can look at the pieces you want to look at versus how we used to have to do it, You know, when we saw, I don't know, our favorite wrestler or our favorite fucking superhero, a person who played a superhero on a late night show, and we would stay up to watch it. And it even still, it wasn't the entire season of the show. It was only specified seasons of the show. And I mean, to this day, I probably still do that. I would still be doing that if it wasn't for like YouTube or Instagram or something like that. So I think that's what's fucking it up. And then I heard that his show was like, the production for his show was like, you know, millions and millions of dollars, you know, per season. And I think that's another thing that kind of rolled out the reason why they're leaving, other than, you know, what the headlines are saying. So it makes me wonder, is this going to be the last late night show that gets canceled like this, or is it just like a beginning of a rollout?
I feel like it's like and I know I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist this way, because actually I think you were the first person that actually said something similar. I know that Paramount is about to get bought by Skydance. The two major like companies or whatever. And Skydance has their hands in Trump pocket. Nobody talks more shit about Trump than late night TV hosts.
Yeah.
And
everyone
it feels a little censorish. Like, and they're gonna get rid of it, but at the same time, like, let's make an example out of this one.
Yeah.
Well, and what's funny is that a couple nights before the announcement that the show is being canceled, Colbert addressed that very point on his show. He mentioned the company doing the payout to Trump and doing that because they're trying to smooth everything over for this purchase that they're trying to get done. And he even brought up, he's like, some people think that that's gonna, censor me or whatever. And he was basically like, fuck that, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And then it was like 2 days later, so the Late Show's being canceled.
Yeah.
And it felt very like
yeah, that was tough. And even still, he was pretty much saying what he wanted to say, you know. So I don't, he's not
shit to lose now.
Yeah, he ain't, but he's never been a fearful person anyway, you know, when it comes to his show. But it's crazy. Like, is it just, like I said, is it just gonna target the late night shows? Because they're daytime shows that talk mad shit about him too, you know. So, you know, I kind of worry for not that it's gonna affect me at all, but I kind of worry for everyone else who has that type of job, you know, whether it's just on TV, or whether it's on TV or just for like writing columns in the newspaper. Like, how much of this shit is gonna get shut down because of what they're saying about a particular person. So
yeah, Skydance is offering him like a more favorable light on television. I gotta highlight this idiot. If you jump on my page, you just ain't goddamn safe, man. And I'm not gonna say his name. He said Colbert stopped being funny the second he left the Daily Show and actively decided not to be as funny as he is. He chose money over comedy, and I'll never forgive him. Not to mention, the show was subsidized by the government, which means the show wasn't producing anything in the first place. A $50 million hole to throw your taxes into. This stupid ass. Because I guarantee that's the only time this person has ever looked up a metric for how much a TV show costs, because it'll line up with their political views. You know what I mean? Like, that's such a gaslighty fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing? Like, to say, and then to land it on he hasn't been as funny. Like, both shows don't have writers. You thought that was him most of the time? He's doing his own monologues on one show, at least. He has writers, but he has a hand in it. You thought that was him on the Daily? I mean, Colbert, man, this fucking guy. All right, man. Y'all just be typing anything on God internet and thinking ain't nobody gonna say some shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think some people. Oh, go ahead.
No, you good, man. I wasn't gonna say nothing important. You straight.
I mean, I don't know what I was gonna say was important either, but what I was gonna say is that a lot of people who watch the Colbert Report, as he always said, they tend to think that like that was Stephen Colbert, not the hyper version of him that's completely fake. And so when he moved over to the Late Show and everyone's like, well, this isn't the same, it's like, no shit, because he is now himself, whereas and even then he's still playing a hyper stylized version of himself as a Late Show host. But yeah, it's going to be different than the character he was playing on the Colbert Report. And people just don't think about that stuff. They're just like, no, that was him. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully they just
that's what
move
Martin was going through when Martin was like on Breakfast Club, and they was like, you know what, people saying you slowing down, and you know, is anything wrong? He was like, why I got to be stroked out to be chilling?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not like I was 25 jumping around couches and stuff. Like, man, I'm old. I'm chilling.
Not to mention you're playing a character on a TV show. You know,
We ain't
just
allowed
because
to
his
play
name.
characters, bro. And that's not a thing
I mean,
anymore.
that's what you would think. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know,
It's a crime.
I mean, look at Will Smith. He obviously was playing a character.
Yeah, he was. Poor thing.
He was
Poor
playing a
thing.
character. You know what I mean? So hey,
That I Love Pretty Girls video he put out recently is the most cringy thing I've ever seen in my life.
I love Pretty Girls video. See, now I'm gonna have to go look at that because I don't know what that is.
And see, like, just as grown ass men, you're not gonna type in YouTube, I love pretty girls. Like, it's just a weird sentence.
Yeah,
But that's the name of it. He got a video for it, and it's very Will-esque. It's Willis. So
Miss Willard,
yeah.
you know, that's
It's very Willard. Yes.
very, very government name, Willard.
I got a question for our guest, man. So back when I got into radio, I think my first gig was on this thing called W Mail. If anybody been following me that long, DJ Mail. At the time when podcasts were kind of new, they were doing them over at John Lovett's when I started comedy, but it was like a big production. It was like a studio, and somebody had to sit in the lab and put the thing together. Like it was a process. And one of the first people I saw doing it in radio format personally was them over at Chaotic Radio doing Jack of All Nerds out of that studio. That was also at a time when podcasts didn't have a lot of celebrity podcasts. And I feel like it didn't change. Like, hell, I just subscribed to Jadakiss and Fat Joe today. You know, like, and, you know, Joe Budden got his joint and Rogan and the big ones like that. But it used to be a space for, like, I don't want to say us to talk because the point is to be a famous podcast. But to me, it's different when you already got it and then you steal. I don't know if steal is the right word.
Steal.
You take a space.
Steal.
You think stealing?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I want to talk about
like that. Okay. Do you feel like that steals straight up, you know, what Jack of All Nerds is doing to see some famous person go and do a nerd podcast or some shit like that?
I mean, to some degree, yes, because, you know, shows like what you guys are doing and what I was doing, we're small and we have to build that fan base up. If you're fucking Tom Cruise and you're like, I'm going to start a podcast talking about how crazy I am, you already have that fan base because you're a celebrity. You don't have to work to develop a show, a format. Like, people are going to tune in just because you're Tom Cruise talking about how crazy you are. So it is a little unfair. I mean, I think I get why a lot of people are doing this now, because it's a very, and I'm going to say this, and I don't really mean it, because, you know, having done the podcast thing for a very long time, when I say it's a low effort situation, I mean for like celebrities and such that just get to show up. They've got a full crew producing, you know, getting them sponsored segments, what, like, if they even need that shit, right? But they're gonna have their celebrity friends on. It's very low effort for them. Yeah. Whereas for us, it is not low effort at all. There's a lot that we have to put into it. But yeah, so I get why they're doing it, but yeah, at the same time, it does feel a little unfair to the smaller podcasts that are really like working at it to make it successful.
Yep. And see, let me tell you why I want to talk about this, because I didn't know that Michelle Obama and her brother had a podcast. Did y'all know this shit?
Yeah.
So I didn't know this, and the only reason I stumbled upon it is because they had Barack on it, right? So I'm thinking to myself, you know, since I started doing this with you guys, and I'm pretty sure you've been on the same boat, it's like, yo, how can I get somebody of
Barack
that
Obama on this
status
podcast.
on
I've
this
been asking that
podcast?
for
Or how could you? I mean, even if it's not somebody, even if it's not like Barack, will probably be the most famous person we could have on our podcast, hands down. You know, at this day and age, somebody that we like. But like,
never heard of him. But
you know what I mean? Or like, Angel Reese has a podcast, and y'all named a few others, but it's like, bro, y'all have the friends. Like Mike said, y'all have the friends. You have the money if you have to come out of pocket to have this person on your podcast. I've done research. Well, I started doing research, and most of these celebrities are asking for like 15 grand for like 15 minutes of their time. You know, you can ask them to donate their time, but who's gonna fucking do that when they can go and sit with Michelle or with Angel Reese or Joe Budden or Joe Rogan and get their guaranteed money? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like you're stealing from the regular person. You know, you've been acting for or rapping or doing whatever it is you've been doing for so long that you've built up this client list of people that say, you know what, man, I seen you had a podcast. Let me come sit with y'all. Let me come kick it with y'all for a little bit. And that's all they want to do is kick it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of unfair to us. You know what I mean? That's unfair to folks that know a lot about something. Like if you're talking about movies, like superhero movies, if you're talking about Funko, if I'm talking about wrestling, like I know about that shit just because I've been looking at this shit forever. But these motherfuckers are famous, so all they gotta do is research for 5 minutes, and people are gonna assume that they know everything about it. So I would rather get my information from, you know, motherfucker that's been in the game for a little bit when it comes to talking about certain things, and not just researching it and then having this guest on because they're famous already. Like what's the new Superman? What's his name? The dude who plays Superman now? I know y'all know. Somebody knows. I can't remember his name. But like, it would be awesome to have him on this show, just because.
Just another white guy, as far as I'm concerned.
But it would be awesome to have somebody like that on this show on a
is
smaller
he David
podcast.
Cornsweat or something like that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
That sounds right.
Yeah, or Pedro Pascal. Who wouldn't want that motherfucker on the show? This motherfucker's in everything right now, but the chances of us getting somebody like that are slim to none.
But and see, that's not even true though. Like, because like I went over to Jack a few times, and then we were able to have, because of that relationship, the original Scorpion, Chris Casamassa, on this show.
And see, that's cool.
Now, did it launch us? No, but I also understand what I didn't do marketing wise when we had him on the show. You know what I mean? Like it was, you know, and I still speak to him. I'd love to have him back up here with Mortal Kombat on the way. I might probably speak to him about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you don't follow him and the original Kenshi from Mortal Kombat did a one-on-one fight that is on their Instagram channels, like in person. They suited back up and did it. Please check it out. I digress. To our topic, I remember one time I posted on Facebook, hey everybody, I'm just asking for G-Wiz purposes. Like, if tomorrow you came to click on my page for a laugh and it said it was 99 cents a month, would you stay? And a tremendous amount of people was like, hell no. Like, outright, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Nah, bro, LOL. You know, like I love what you do, man. You know, but and then of course you did have people that were like, absolutely, like I see what you're doing, whatever. But just that, the people that said what they said, it taught me a lot about what we all do here. You know, and like how much value they put on entertainment that they can just pick up their phone and grab. And it just needs to be available. When you get fans to put their money where their mouth is, it's refreshing, and it's not and humbling that you're doing something that's worth their time and money. So yeah, like when I opened my phone, I knew about the Michelle one because Tia Nita immediately. You know, they got a podcast now. I was like, motherfucker, like I'm trying to like y'all still.
I know,
Don't
right?
take my money too. Like, you know what I'm saying? The president's wife is in my pocket now. Like, what?
Yeah. And do you have to be? That's the thing. It's like you don't need that. You don't need that money or that space. Because you're getting paid. Come on. You're getting paid for it.
Devil's advocate. Do we need to podcast? Because Tyler the Creator came out with a statement recently where he was saying anybody with a mic can just have a show now, and there's a lot of stupid people with podcasts I'm tired of only that. Yeah. Now, all of us, I know I'm talented on stage. I be kicking people's ass in these comedy clubs. It's half the problem I got now.
Yeah.
You know, I know Mike shit is good and that he's talented and can edit his ass off and all of those things. Do we have to do it? I would argue yes. Is Michelle sitting home and going, I need an outlet somewhere? Probably. So she might need to podcast.
Okay. I can see that. I can see what you're saying with that. But man, fuck that. All right. Okay. That shit. Okay. You if okay, it is an outlet. So and we talked about that several times. It's definitely an outlet, right? But again, what are you going to talk about that is going to touch other folks on our level of life? You know what I'm saying? What we're not filling people's head with conspiracy theories. We're trying to be as truthful as we can. We research shit. You know what I mean? Not saying that everybody else is filling your heads with bullshit, but it's like, bro, everybody's gonna listen to a famous person. You see how people are fucking falling over Beyonce flying on the golden horse? She can say whatever she want up there. If you know what I mean? But like for people like us with regular fucking jobs, you know what I mean, or regular day-to-day lives, this is a conversation for a lot of people, and not just I'm listening to a celebrity. I guess that's my point. Right. You know what I mean? Like you're
right.
Go ahead, Mike.
And you're, I mean, just touching on that, but also like going back to the initial thing I said about how it does take away from other shows. And I'll cite an example of this. There's a podcast been around a long time called The Buffering, right? A couple of lovely ladies, and they do rewatches of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And they discuss and they write. One of them's musically inclined, and they write a little song about the episode. It's very, very popular, right? But then now you have all these former stars of these shows, and I'm not just Buffy, but like a lot of these shows and movies and stuff like that are like, well, yeah, I'll just go make my own podcast where I'm going to talk about my experiences making the show, and then or doing their own rewatch thing. And it's like you're taking away from the shows that started that built the foundation for this, and then you're just gliding on in here with your fan base. And you know it. And look, there's always going to be people that if you enjoy those podcasts with the celebrities, that's on you. You like what you like. I'm not knocking you for that, but I do think it's unfair for the other shows that really put in the work and were here long before the celebrities decided to jump on the craze.
Yeah, exactly. See, Mike gets it. Sam.
No, it is. Well, what I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate in a way, but
I got
there's only 24 hours in a day. You know what I mean? Hell, I know somebody I picked up that used to just be kind of a, you know, semi just doing his thing was Drewski, you know, on YouTube, and now he big as fuck.
Yeah.
There's only 24 hours in a day. So if somebody wants to listen to my show, but there's 5 celebrity podcasts out there that they want to listen to, I expect to be bumped. And that's not me putting myself down. That's just math and time spent. Right. You know what I mean? You just do what you want to do more, the more popular people. And that's where it eats into our market in that respect. Yeah. So I see it. I see it.
I just want to say one thing, Ken, something that you were mentioning earlier about celebrity guests and like them charging and stuff like that. Like, yes, that's crazy. But I will say this, from all the time that I did Jack of All Nerd Show, you would be surprised at who you can get to be on the show for free by just asking. It's really, you know, it's obviously just like when you're at the club, it's a numbers game, but
yeah,
you know, like but it does work, and it, you know, sometimes you got to put in the work for it. Sam is probably familiar with the long-running Twitter campaign that I did to get Tom Lennon on the show from Reno 911, where I photoshopped his face onto a movie poster every day for months, and I tagged him in it every day for
Holy shit.
months.
Yeah.
And he started liking him at some point. And then I threw it out there. I was like, hey, I got a podcast. So you want to be on it? And he called in twice on 2 different episodes. He called into the
That's
show.
what's up.
And it was just like he was out walking his dog, but he was like, yeah, sure. So he called in and we had a great chat with the guy. And it was a lot of fun. And, it's probably one of my high points of the show that I put that effort in and got him to be on the show. And then we've had some other cool guy, like Chris Casamassa's, one that Sam already brought up. He was one that I just reached out to, and he was like, yeah. And I think some celebrity we tend to like put on this pedestal, like, oh, there's no way they would talk to us. But
right
at the same time, they're just people, and
he's cool as shit.
Yeah. And it's probably easier with obviously some celebrity. Like my whole thing with, especially with my YouTube channel now, is like nostalgia stuff. So a lot of the people that I'm going to reach out to, I'm sure they're still working in the industry in some capacity, but they're not, they're not doing the Tom Cruise level of stuff. So it's probably easier to get them on a show or to do an interview, but you never know. You're like, you just got to ask. And sometimes it happens.
That's what's up.
Yeah. They had people on Jack of All Nerds that probably me as a nerd, and people that are into movie culture and shit, they was cool as shit to me. And I'd be pissed I couldn't even make it sometimes. Like, goodness, the chick from Aliens. I'm forgetting her name right now.
Sigourney Weaver? Sigourney?
No.
I'm about to say, damn.
I quit my job to be.
See, you can't leave with that movie then.
No. I don't know why I can't think of the cast name right now, but who was she? The Hispanic chick that was on the crew.
Right. Now I'm blanking.
See, now he's blanking and he was on the damn show. But yes,
just a couple of old men.
No, just look it up. I know. Look it up. Look at it while you're looking it up. I wanna point out something I brought up earlier. The guy that was on my page talking about Colbert, he popped back up and said, "Just let me clarify. It's not that he stopped being funny. When he moved to the Late Show, I missed his character. So he did get it. He just didn't say everything and was going on a different rabbit hole. So, sir, don't fuck off. I love you. Yeah. All right.
He said, unfuck.
It was Jeanette Goldstein.
That's it. Jeanette Goldstein. Yeah.
Jeanette Goldstein
from
played
Titanic, from
Private
Terminator
Vasquez.
2. Vasquez.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, so like he said, and again, he was just, I was like, how'd you do that? I'd always hit him up and be like, how'd you do that? And he'd be like, I asked him, and they was
now
like,
that one, I will say that one was a connection. That was Bernie Bregman, who used to do these movie screenings in LA, and he would get some like minor celebrity from that had some involvement in it to show up. And at the time, I was doing podcasts live outside the venue. So we would load this equipment and we would go up. We had speakers set up so that we would be podcasting for the line that was waiting outside, which super stressful, by the way, when you're on an LA street corner trying to entertain people.
Oh shit!
Waiting in line to see aliens. And so when he would bring those guests out to the screening, oftentimes we would get to interview them. So that Jeanette Goldstein was one of them. We had someone from The Crow. It was the Asian actress from the first Crow movie. I can't blanking on her name too, but yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I got to meet Carrie Elwes from Princess Bride. We didn't get to podcast with him or anything, but
you got to meet him though.
Got to meet him at that thing. Yeah, so it's again, sometimes it is who you know, but
yeah. Okay. Michelle, we looking for you, girl. Come on to the podcast, Michelle. Obama, bring your husband.
Yeah,
bring him up.
All right. I guess we didn't hit that. Let's see. Did y'all see this CEO that got caught on the
who has it? Who has
the Jumbotron thing? Well, okay. Let me tell you how I found out about it. Right, like I saw a meme thing before I saw the actual thing. I saw this at a baseball game. They had like the two mascots acting like they got caught on his cam and jumping out the way or whatever.
Yeah,
and I saw that directly first, and then it rolled into the other one. And I jokingly was like, "Man, that man look happy. Leave him alone." Have
He
to.
did.
Honestly, he looked
He
happy
did
than a
look. He did look
motherfucker.
happy
Like
though. He did look
he
happy.
probably don't smile like that at home. I hate.
Probably
well,
not.
why don't he go home? And you know why? Because of all the shit y'all doing to him right now. That's why.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but man, the way he fucking dove out the way.
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't have.
You might as well stand there at that point, bro. Like
You should have gave her a kiss, bro. Because you know what? If you act normal and you just stay loved up or whatever, nobody thinks otherwise. You know what I mean? But the simple fact that
he
you
was already
decide.
dead to rights.
I mean, he was, but it's
Well,
like nobody's
I
gonna
wonder
say
if people
nothing
would have
if you
paid
don't
attention
react.
to
Like,
who the fuck he was
no, hell no.
at the time.
First off,
Was it?
he is obviously new to the game because you don't go to no public venues.
That's
Not
fucking
when no
stupid.
cameras gonna
Yeah.
be at. You don't do that.
He
You know
thought
what I
he'd be
mean?
safe
But
because it was Coldplay. Ain't nobody.
I guess
care,
so.
goddammit.
But I stand by they should have just been they should have acted normal, and it would have just
Yeah.
been, it would have breezed over. We would have
Well,
never.
because now he's
Go
made 2 enemies, right?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
like when you got caught on camera, so you already made an enemy of your actual significant other, but then you
Mhm.
fucking dove out the like. Now the person you were cheating with is gonna be like, really? Like, so
Yeah.
you just
Yeah. And she was
You
head of
already
HR
took
for his
her
company.
outside.
He
Yeah,
did. He
yeah.
did.
I
Have y'all
forgot that
seen?
she's the head of their HR. Yeah.
Yeah. Have y'all seen his wife? Like his.
No.
Mm-mm.
She is beautiful. Compared to the lady he was at the concert with, it's like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? But it just lets you know there's always somebody out there that's willing to do that shit you don't want to do at the crib.
It ain't about
So you
looks. It ain't always about
You
looks.
better get your shit together, ladies. I'm
No,
sorry.
but oftentimes some of the biggest like cheating scenarios that we know of, whoever they were with originally were super beautiful, and you're like,
Mhm.
why? We are
Yeah.
like, why would you do that? But that's because we're not with that person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I think what
Perception is a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah.
Hugh
just-
Grant with was it what was her name? Elizabeth Hurley? Is that who I'm thinking of?
Probably Hurley,
From Austin
yeah.
Powers. Like,
Yeah.
she's like super gorgeous, and he cheated on her with a prostitute.
Yeah.
And like
Tiger
Tiger
Woods.
Woods. Yeah.
He had several. Yeah. Bartenders and waitresses.
Yeah.
It
And
was
he
sucking
got
his dick from
bed
the
shit
back.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
his wife
yeah,
was
he
drop
did.
dead. So like
Mm.
it doesn't
I remember thinking Amber
Doesn't
Heard
matter.
was one of the baddest white women I had ever seen at one point.
Mm-hmm. Nah, she's just
At
a
one
crazy
point.
bitch.
Yeah, now she's just a
Crazy
crazy
as
bitch.
hell.
It's like
God
time.
damn,
Time
maybe we need
changes
to-
that, man.
Maybe we need to stop talking shit and try to get her on here. She could be our celebrity guest.
Shit on my podcast.
Come on, shit on this podcast, girl. Oh shit. Well,
But
hopefully it
yeah,
works out
like
for
it's
this
not
CEO.
always about looks, man. Like obviously, and I'm just going off of the 0.5 seconds we got to see the look in their eyes before his life went to shit in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
He was up there with Bay.
Yeah, he was.
And I guarantee you that whatever is, I don't know yet, and I can't wait to find out just because out of nosy. This is stuff we wouldn't even be talking about normally.
Mhm.
But now, I want to see if he probably already didn't have no prenup with whatever wife he got now. She was going to get half of his shit anyway.
Yeah, she is.
Because see, let's not forget, Bezos did the same shit. He just wasn't at a Coldplay concert and just was like, here, bitch, here go your money. And he is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it again. It's just that he was caught on camera. The dude was
That's
caught
all.
on camera. We had never heard of this company before. At least I hadn't. And
No, nobody cared.
Yeah, and nobody cared.
cared.
It's their reactions is what got them in this situation, and it is
Yeah.
probably one of the most hilarious things I've ever talked about in my life. Because they shouldn't have did that shit. Like they shouldn't have reacted like that. I mean, do your thing. I mean, do you boo boo, but you fucked up when you react the way you reacted. Now everybody's making fun of you. And it's great.
I have to ask, and just because you guys mentioned conspiracy theories earlier, do you ever have those thoughts though when stuff like this happens that it was like planned by the company to get the media exposure? I'm not saying that's what
Ooh.
the situation is, but sometimes I
Yeah.
do wonder if, because it's like when you go back to the whole Trump thing, like
Yeah.
the stuff that gets covered in the media the most is him making outlandish statements or doing batshit crazy things. And it's honestly, I believe it's to divert the attention from what is actually going on in his administration.
Mhm.
And so you have to wonder sometimes if they like plan these things.
Yeah.
In this scenario, I highly doubt that, because like, what are the fucking odds that you would wind up on the big screen,
Exactly.
for the Kiss Cam or whatever? So that seems highly improbable. But sometimes I do wonder about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we actually when I first jumped on this podcast with Sam and Spade, that was one of my like things. Like, I'm not a heavy conspiracy theory person, but I do not believe that it is possible for you not to believe in some conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what you just said. You know what I mean? That's possible. It could be possible that they did. I mean, he's a CEO, so obviously he had money. So he's in one of those fucking boxes in like some
They're
VIP or something like that.
First.
So they're
I took
exactly
that into account.
Yeah, so they're gonna look at the boxes. So could be a chance. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
we're starting a conspiracy theory. The shit comes out in the news. They better come and see us. But yeah,
we've been right a lot before. So
I do believe that that's possible. That people set up things. Like you said, mentioned with Trump. Like I really think a lot of the shit that happens around him is absolutely set up.
I don't think this was set up at all.
But this one, probably not.
Fuck that. I'm gonna tell you why, and it's not even on some like, nah, y'all just reaching. There's a chick on the left of the two of them that doesn't move. I don't know about y'all. I've been in that seat before. I think all of us have at some point. Depending, shit, we've been deployed, and when two people find out that they ain't supposed to find out, that chick is a friend of the side chick. That was like, bring your homegirl too. Bring your homegirl too. So when the Kiss Cam popped up, if she was a real G, she would have tongue kissed her homegirl in the motherfucking mouth right away. She would have snatched her and like, bitch, like that. We together. He was just holding her for me. She was cold. Like, that girl knows everything. She don't know something. She knows everything. That's the one that she goes to talk to when she leave from this CEO dick. That's the one.
The CEO.
Because she invited to the Coldplay concert. You know how good of a fucking friend you gotta have to want to go with you to a man.
I don't even know who Coldplay is, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Or how bad a friend you gotta have to invite you to a Coldplay concert while you're while you're having an affair.
Exactly. God damn. Yeah. So I don't know. More power to him. Have fun.
Man.
Oh, awesome. And y'all know he released a letter too. He released his whole letter, like apologizing or something like that. Don't do that. We don't need that.
Don't put out your Justin Bieber ass. Is it too late now to say sorry letter? Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Just don't do it.
It's okay, bro.
Don't do it. I wish the letter said, "That's my bitch."
Something. Yeah.
Signed me.
Because
this.
Yeah, if you're apologizing after you've been caught, you're apologizing because you were caught, not because you are sorry about what you did. Because if that were the case, you wouldn't have been fucking doing it at the time you were doing it and got caught.
Yeah.
Yes. The real work begins now. Like, the internet's gonna have its fun, and everybody's like, his life is over. His life is just beginning, because now he can go and either get his divorce, or they can go to therapy and talk about the shit that's not really happening in their marriage. Look at me talking from the other side of the coin. That shit was hell.
Yeah.
But that's real. That's real fucking life. You know what I mean?
Really
like
is.
They're about to go and be like, well, what was it that made you decide? Not even that you wanted to cheat. You was brazen enough to take that bitch outside.
Yeah.
And now we got to talk about it. He ain't give a fuck no more. And I do think that new to the game thing, but there's a glow in that man's eyes that's pure happy.
Yeah.
Until he ducks down on the ground like, you know that dude on Street Fighter that come up after you fuck up his car?
Oh, yeah. 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 My car.
Oh, my car.
You know, the only thing that's changing this man's life is just half of his finances. I mean, his company is probably not going to go under.
Yeah,
I mean,
if anything, the media exposure, has probably helped.
Exactly.
What do they do?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up, man. I don't even know what the company's worth.
Well, exactly.
I was gonna say, Sam, I think, what if you're misreading that look in his eye? What if he's just a really big fan of Coldplay?
That's worse. And he was ashamed.
Nah.
So he was like, "Oh God."
You know,
Yeah.
I wonder if they chose Coldplay concert because they didn't think it was gonna be like that big of a, you know, thing. Like they were gonna have the kiss cams or that many people were gonna be there. It was just literally somewhere they could go just to say they were out in public.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
picture Derek Murray at a Nickelback concert, right? And he would have that look, he would have that glimmer in his eye, and then the moment that kiss cam went on him, same reaction.
Mm.
But you know what that taught me though, because the internet as a whole is frying anybody that's going to this Coldplay concert, right?
Yeah.
And when I say the internet, I'm talking about my black ass algorithm.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
I don't know it, you know, and I say that because what this whole situation taught me was white people and black people got way different metrics of success.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody be clowning like don't nobody go to Coldplay concerts. I just asked AI like Coldplay concerts have sold over 10.3 million tickets on their last tour.
Yeah,
and people call them a shitty band.
But people still
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Let Omarion go and half sell out a theater. We gonna clown the shit out of him. But that's how black people consider failure and success. We much harder on ourselves to make it.
Yeah. This is
Coldplay still doing their shit and the people calling them a failure. Let me be that kind of goddamn failure for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shit. All right.
Oh man. All right. Let's switch it over real quick. A couple of trailers that came out recently.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2 and The Running Man are the ones I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all remember, The Running Man is an old Arnold Schwarzenegger vehicle from, I think, the 80s, actually.
87. I had to look it up. 87.
Okay, thank you. 1987. And I remember
cool.
watching it, like, on a loop, like, in my, like, I don't know, core childhood memories. I remember that bitch being on HBO, like...
HBO USA.
It would just come on, because... Arnold was, he's like Timothy Chalamet, but like, I don't know, back then it was everything Arnold, you know what I'm saying? And the new one is out with the guy that's in Twister and all that shit. He's like in Top Gun, the new specimen of a man for Hollywood. Glenn Powell, yes.
All right.
He beat me to it. And they changed it up a little bit, man. If y'all haven't seen the trailer, you can pause it and go watch it right now. What did y'all think of the changes, Mike?
So I'll see it. I'll definitely see it regardless. My thought on remakes in general is, and this is one of those weird areas. I actually just had a conversation on our show about reboots and remakes. But if you're going to reboot something, you should make changes to it. I mean, obviously you want to keep the core of whatever it was there, but if you're just going to shot for shot remake the thing, don't. Like, I could just watch the original, and that's what I would probably prefer to do. But if you're going to bring something new to the table and shake things up a bit so that I'm sort of seeing the same, story, but different, I think that is a much more interesting way to tackle a reboot. Now, again, that's one of those, there's a fine line there where a lot of people are on the other side of that line, where if you're going to remake something, it better be exactly like the original, because you don't fuck with the original. But that's, again, that my whole viewpoint on that is, if you're just going to recreate the original, I'd rather just watch the original. So I thought this trailer looked definitely way different than the original movie, but in an interesting way. The whole idea that you're not just being hunted by other contestants on the show, but it seemed like you're out about in the world and everyone's hunting you was the vibe.
Yep.
And that's definitely a different take. So
I do think that's interesting, and I agree with you. When it comes to remaking movies like this, like Running Man, like you said, it was Schwarzenegger. Now, remember when they remade Total Recall? I was not happy with that one. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was not happy with that. So any movie that I see that has like one of our action heroes in it, or it featured at one point in time one of our action heroes, it's like, hey, yo, don't fuck it up, man. because I actually I like the Running Man, like the original Running Man, because it was like plus it's a Stephen King novel too, so you know what I mean. That's also a really good aspect of it. But they're gonna have to do just as good as they did with like let's say It, because that was a Stephen King work as well. Like when they remade It, I liked both of those. You know, still ain't as creepy as a fucking TV series, but it was still, you know, good movie. You know, so I'm hoping that this version of Running Man with those changes actually kind of sucks us back in, and does well for us. And hopefully they just didn't just put all the good shit in the trailer. I guess that's my point. Like, don't do that to us. Don't have us spend whatever we're gonna spend going to the movie theater, sit in there and it's like, oh shit, where's the good shit at? Because you're talking too fucking much. I want to see this motherfucker running from people, because he's running from the entire United States of America in this version of the movie. So hopefully it does well. Sam, what you got? We covered
I
it.
think
You
that
shut up.
it's a travesty that the movie ain't starring Tom Cruise.
He is the Running Man.
That's stupid. So it's gonna flop. I'm done. No, I'm just kidding.
It's gonna flop.
It stinks. It stinks. Yeah, man. Glenn Powell, man, like it's so clear when they start pushing look, they talk about industry plants and shit. It's like, hey, we need a new action guy. Who looks just fucking perfect right now. And for a while it was Jason Momoa. And Glenn, he's just a specimen of a white man. Like if somebody make me a good white man, that's what he looks like. So he's the new guy.
White man.
He's just a good white man. I don't know. He just look like a good white man. Good corn-fed, you know, Texas, USA, woo white man.
Good. They did a good cast. It was a good casting off the mold. To create Glenn Powell.
But I do appreciate that it's anything fucking new. Like one of the best times I had at the movies was when I was confused as shit watching Mickey 17 this year. Just because it was some shit that I have never seen before. Yeah. You know what I mean? And for them to do a remake and revamp it this way, because they can't make the traditional Running Man the way it was, because we already got like a million versions of the Hunger Games. We've already seen it too many times in better formats that aren't ham-fisted, because the old Running Man is real cheesy.
Hell yeah.
You know, they fight the Ice Man and the Hockey Man, you know, some stupid, you know. So this, I think, is gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. The Mortal Kombat trailer came out, thought it sucked. To be honest, thought it was absolute trash. That is not a Devil's Advocate thing.
You ain't even lubed that motherfucker up before you said that. You just went on ahead and dropped it down on
They didn't lube me up, bro. I don't believe the trailer. I think the trailer is a lie.
Did you think it's a everything good in the trailer type trailer? That was the movie.
I think everything bad is in the trailer, and they hid all the badder shit.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you why. So one, all of us saw the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
The first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes is fucking immaculate. Everything in between has some motherfucker named Cole in it. And I thought Cole was on Martin. Turns out he's a white man in Mortal Kombat.
You stupid.
And this man has plot armor, literally. That was the first movie, where they bastardized the shit out of my characters. In this one, they making sure we know Johnny Cage up front. And that is a character that we all love from The Boys. He's not going to act like that for Johnny Cage. And he's not. One. All right? Two, Carl Urban is too thick to move like Johnny Cage. I love Carl Urban. And if this was Carl Urban when he was in Lord of the Rings or some shit, I'd have been like, man, we got Johnny Cage out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I know they're going with older Cage. If you watch the trailer close, Cole is behind them in most of the scenes.
Well, that's one thing.
That bitch gonna be a main character again.
The one thing I will say about the trailer is that they definitely minimized Cole, and Liu Kang is in there for a split second. And I do think, regardless of whether Cole has a bigger or smaller presence in the movie itself, I think the reason he is barely in the trailer is because the movie got so much pushback on the character of Cole. in the first
What
one.
is
Because yeah, like
Where does he fit anyway? Where does he fit anyway? So let me ask that first to y'all. Where does Cole fit when it comes to the video game?
he doesn't. He was made up for the movie.
Exactly. So
we ain't had a good Cole in a movie since Cole Trickle.
yes. So we've
Jason
talked
Thunder.
about this shit, and I'm sure, Mike, I'm sure you've had conversations about this on your podcast as well about video game movie makes. They don't fucking work when you add stupid shit or people who have nothing to do with the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, don't create lore. Like, just, Mortal Kombat is fucking what? How old is Mortal Kombat? At least since the 90s. At least since the 90s.
Well, the original movie adaptation of the game was 1995, which means the game came out before then. So
yeah, exactly. So 95, and I know y'all remember the fucking that version of the movie. That shit was fucking epic because it was 95. They couldn't do too much of what they can do now. So it's going back to Running Man. Like, why would you not remake that version of the movie instead of creating shit that nobody knows anything about? You know, we want to see the people from the video game. We want to see a movie with the actual lore of the video game and not made up bullshit to have everybody fucking lost. You can change a few things up. I get it. I mean, they did that shit throughout the entire MCU and shit like that. So you can change a few things up, but we don't need to
make up shit.
Exactly. We don't need an entirely new character. This goes back to Resident. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, when you're talking about making stuff up, making up a new character for sure, but also we didn't need the fucking dragon tattoo bullshit from the first movie to explain people doing their special abilities. Like, we're just in the world where that can happen. Like, just fucking establish that people could do that shit. We don't need these stupid fucking dragon tattoos.
Exactly.
You made a good point just there that made me think about that when I saw the trailer. My brain, because Johnny Cage said something about how he ain't special and he's an actor. And now I was like, they're going to give him this dragon fucking tattoo and then he's going to get his shadow kick.
He's got to kill somebody to get that shit though, right? Doesn't he have to replace somebody who's already going to the tournament? That's what everybody
to the stupid ass rules they established in the first
one. Yeah. So it's like, come on, y'all. What the fuck? What we gonna do?
I hope he kills Cole.
He might.
I hope he just turn around and be like, "What the fuck is going on here?" and just shoot him in the head. I mean, like,
so if I get in this tournament, I'll be famous because he's all about being famous. You know what I mean? Him. So he gonna really fucking kill that motherfucker. Maybe if he kills him, bro, you need to like start up a psychic business, some shit.
They gave Jax fucking arms aids in the first one.
Arms aids.
His little T-Rex arms until he got his powers.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. The look of the Mortal Kombat movie was great.
Mm-hmm.
And this one looks like that one. I just hope that it's not going to be the ham-fistedness. Remember when Cabal was like, he's going to get his soul sucked?
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be the only bar I remember from that movie.
It should not. That movie was not classic. It was not.
But I get hype every time I watch that Scorpion fight.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, first 15, last 15. It is what it is.
The way they portrayed Scorpion and Sub-Zero was perfect. And everything else in between was weird. I loved Kano. I used to use Kano. That was my original first character in the first game. Like that I would use. Yeah. So I thought they did that well. It was, Liu Kang not being at the front of any of it and then rebooting it is strange to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's just, I think whoever made the first movie, I don't know if it's the same people, but clearly they hated Liu Kang and Kung Lao because Kung Lao didn't even make it through the movie. And then in this one, and I don't know how much this, because Warner Brothers Games, I think, owns that. But like, I don't know how much say the actual like video game part of things has to do with the movie making, because if you guys have played, I don't know if you've played any of the recent Mortal Kombats, but in the last, before MK1, the two previous games, Johnny Cage was really pushed to the forefront, and his daughter Cassie as like the chosen ones almost, right? Like there was this real push to make them like in the spotlight. And so this movie, putting Johnny Cage in that similar position, feels very similar to the games. And so that's, I'm wondering if like they're trying to like get all that shit to line up. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels wrong when you're a hardcore fan of the original source material and you're like, why is Liu Kang getting fucking sidelined so hardcore?
Yeah.
In this
makes
movie.
no sense. Makes no sense.
But
we'll
Ken, let me ask you this, because
up?
Sam's already said that he hated the trailer. I thought the trailer looked really good, but did you see? Do you remember back in the 90s after the first Mortal Kombat was so big, and then they rushed out Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Gross.
I'm sorry. Do you remember the trailer? Do you remember the trailer for Annihilation? Because that trailer was lit as fuck. It looked so good. Like they
I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, look up the trailer. Literally every best clip from the movie is in that fucking trailer.
Really?
And it looked great. Yeah,
and
then you see the movie and you're like, well, this sucks. So that's what I'm worried about, because I didn't like the first Mortal Kombat from this new franchise. I'm worried that I liked this trailer and that I'm gonna get another Mortal Kombat Annihilation situation.
Well, I hope the fuck not, because
you will die.
It is glorious.
Damn.
Oh man, it was so bad. So bad. Anyway, all right, y'all, let's get into it before we get up out of here, man.
Yeah, man.
The big movie, the biggest movie, Crypto, is out in theaters, everybody. Give it up for Crypto.
Bruh. People are adopting dogs left and right after that shit.
Bro, my guy is right here. Yeah, I done already snagged him. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
I done already snagged him. For y'all watching on the tubes and stuff. Yeah, the two Funko Pops are in the building. Man, 9 out of 10 for me, I'll say.
I'm agree.
And I'm gonna tell you, my favorite character in the movie wasn't even Superman, but James Gunn don't miss, bro. And I know Marcus is gonna tell us when he get up here, because according to Marcus, James Gunn missed in Guardians 3. I don't know if you knew that, Mike. He feels like that's a terrible movie.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know how you feel about Guardians 3, but James Gunn came in and took me to the movies. And when I say that, I'm somebody that, like, we love all our superhero stuff, and regardless how much we bitch about them, we're going to see them. Like, that's just what it is. I didn't know what to expect. I knew from the trailers, I was like, I really like the look of it, and I know what James Gunn does as a director and how much it's like home cooking when you get a movie from him. You know what I'm saying? It's a home cooked meal. And by the time I left the theater, I felt like I never was in a space where I was waiting for the movie to happen. From the first frame to the last frame, there's something happening on the screen.
Yeah.
And what I appreciated was, in most superhero movies, the people that need to be cast importantly aren't cast importantly. Everybody, down to Jimmy Olsen, like, is somebody in this movie. The Lantern worked. I'm a Mr. Terrific fan now. Didn't know I would be.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. Like, that's my guy. I'll probably be in for Halloween.
You fit the role.
I know.
You fit.
I fit. I can do that shit, right? But yeah, man.
Oh shit.
I'm thinking of the bigger questions people that ask me. How did I feel about him playing Superman? David Cornsweet, is that what we came to? His name, I believe. I mean, Christopher Reeves for his time was perfect. This guy got it. This guy, like, literally got slapped with a Superman comic book and was like, yeah, I got it figured out. Like, I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Yeah. It was like I said, I agree with you 9 out of 10. I went in expecting it to be good, to be honest with you, for the simple fact that it didn't seem like it was rushed. The trailers were fucking awesome. He introduced Crypto. We kind of needed that. But James Gunn has always been one for animals too, though. I mean, if you're looking at Guardians of the Galaxy, the best part to me, for anyone who has not seen it or anyone who is interested but doesn't know much about Superman, when you start the movie, it gives you a quick rundown in words of how he came about. So we're not getting that same old let's give the origin story really, really quick in the beginning of the movie. No, you read that shit, this nigga falls from the sky, and then Crypto comes in. You know what I mean? So it's like it starts. Like the movie literally starts within what 3 minutes. Like, and you're like, oh
about
shit.
that too. They're like, why didn't they show us him lose his first fight? And I was
we
like,
didn't fucking need to see it because he went right back to fucking but y'all supposed to be paused anyway, so fuck y'all if y'all ain't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It tells us exactly what's going on, and he gets fucking healed up. Which if you watched what they gave us a minute and a half or some shit like that when
it was already
before the movie released. So it's like you got what you needed in the beginning of the movie to be sucked in. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I think that was? I think it was establishing a lot without saying anything. And I think it was brilliant.
Yeah.
The only other time that they did that, Superman Returns. I just recently rewatched it day before yesterday. They open with a little crawl of where Superman has been to instead of doing the origin story.
Yeah.
Right.
When Superman, they tell us that he just lost his first battle and he goes to get healed. That's not his first time getting healed, though. He probably hasn't been healed to that degree, but that's his first time getting healed for us to see it. And he immediately, at not full power, is like, hey guys, gotta go back.
Yep.
With damn near with a smile on his face.
Yep.
The point of it was not to see him lose the fight. It was the point of this is just the epitome of a good person. And you need to see that he's just like, yep, let me go, keep helping. I'm gonna keep going doing what I'm doing. So I think people miss the point in the whole, we're used to just seeing action. We were gonna get plenty of that, and we still did.
Yeah.
But they were trying to establish a different thing.
Yeah, and it made him look more. This was a more human version of Superman as well. Because when he fucking saved that fucking squirrel, I was like, oh shit. That was like, you know what I mean? So it was like, it was just little small shit like that. But also, Lex Luthor was like a genius, bro. Like it gave you, like, we know he's not a strong person. He can't fight. But the fact that they told us that this man had been studying Superman basically for 30 whatever the fuck years. And he knew Superman. Like, he had never met Superman. That was another thing. I don't know if y'all caught that. Like, when he zoomed into Lex's fucking office or whatever, he's like, well, nice to finally meet you. Lex is telling Superman that shit. You know, and it's like
when he fucked with the dog.
Yeah, when he fucked with the dog. So it's like, you never met this man, but you know everything about this man. And it just shows how Lex wanted to be the main character, but he wasn't, because he wasn't Superman. And he tried to, he did alienate Superman. Man, that movie was just complex and fucking good as shit. That's all I could really say on it. It was fucking good. I liked it a lot. What you got?
Similarly, I thought the trailer looked great, so I went into it with high hopes. The one concern I had from the trailer was like, I hope there's not going to be too many characters in this movie. And while there were a lot of characters in the movie, I think they were all handled well. I've heard some people complain about like the too much focus on the Justice Gang, and it's like, what fucking movie were you watching? They're barely in the movie.
They're barely in it.
Barely.
Yeah, it's like most of this movie was devoted to Superman and or Lois. So
that's impact.
Like,
they were barely in it, and people felt like they were dominating the screen. That's impact.
Yeah. And I mean, I enjoyed every, all the stuff that they brought to the movie when they were there. But at no point did I think they like stole the movie. The only person that did that was Crypto. But
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I had a great time with this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. For me, the only weak spot, in my opinion, was I was just not a fan of Lex Luthor, and but this gave me an interesting realization.
What?
Because I was like, I didn't get the sort of megalomaniacal super genius that you saw, Ken, from when different lenses, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw this more.
Mike, I knew in my heart you were gonna love this Lex Luthor. Please keep going. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't feel like we've ever seen what I consider the Lex Luthor on screen. And that's where the weird realization came from. Because then I was like thinking back to Superman, which I love the original Superman. And then I was like, no, Gene Hackman's just Gene Hackman. He's not even really Lex Luthor, and he's his own guy. You know, he's the real estate thing is what he's focused on. And then Kevin Spacey was Kevin Spacey, but also trying to be Gene Hackman because Superman Returns was just like a follow-up to that. I mean, we don't even talk about the Lex from the Snyderverse. My God. But I don't feel like I've ever seen. I just don't feel like I've ever seen what I consider. But again, that's on me. That's my own preconceived idea of what Lex Luthor should be from the comic books and stuff like that. And I just felt like it hasn't been represented. But I mean, Nicholas Hoult, is that his name? I think the actor. I mean, I think he did great. You know, in the role. It just wasn't for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the twist before
we leave Lex? Before we leave Lex, are you leaving Lex?
I mean, it's sure.
Lex adjacent.
It's Lex
adjacent. Which twist you talking about? Go ahead.
Okay.
Which twist you talking about?
The Ultraman reveal. The clone.
That it was the clone.
Oh yeah.
I had a feeling that that's what it had to be. I knew it wasn't like Zod or nothing like that, you know. And that one was just my problem with Superman has always been it's hard to find somebody for him to fight because he's so strong. So it has to be like a Superman clone or some otherworldly thing. So I didn't care who it was, honestly, because I was having so much more fun with the movie. And I appreciated that too. The main baddie wasn't like, it's Doomsday now, you know, and then we get the big action thing. Like, he had problems with them the whole movie. Your problem.
Yeah, he had problems with the engineer too. The one chick that could create shit and almost smother them or whatever. So
that's cold as ice when he powerbombed that bitch. Like, anyway.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying this movie really made him, it made him more human. Like I said, you know, he looked beatable. You know, and I think that's why I liked it so much, because Superman has always been all powerful, except for when Batman whipped his ass and Batman versus Superman.
Constantly holding back, and I felt like we got to see that he's constantly holding back.
Yeah.
Well, and people do tend to think that like, oh, he's impossible to beat, but there are fucking decades upon decades of comic books of him getting his ass kicked. So you can always find something interesting to do with it. So because I'm fairly familiar with comics, going into this, in the trailer, there was a scene where Superman is imprisoned and we see the Ultraman behind him with the U on his chest and looking very, what's that character from The Boys?
Butcher? No.
The one who wears all
Homelander.
Black Noir.
Black Noir, yeah.
Yeah, the Ultraman looking very Black Noir. But in the comics, Ultraman is an alternate universe Superman, part of a criminal syndicate that is basically like evil Justice League, and they dominate the world. So for me, I already assumed that Ultraman was a Kryptonian, but I didn't know that he was going to be a clone. And it wasn't until they actually were able to just walk into the Fortress of Solitude, and then, which is pretty early in the movie, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a clone. That, you know. But
so to the Luthor point, he was my second favorite Lex on live action.
Who's your first?
Spacey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And again, we rewatched it recently, but I don't know. I thought he nailed it and then I watch all this stuff with my oldest, you know, because he's the other like resident nerd in that respect. And from Spacey's intro, he said, "That's Lex. Let's go." Because he had never seen Returns before until we watched it the other night. Other aspects of the movie, like Superman Returns talking about, he was boring, but like that was one of them where he was like, nah, this is the Lex. What did you think of the Kents?
They were country as fuck. They were parents. You know what I mean? They didn't. I liked them because they weren't perfect. You know what I mean? Like they weren't like portrayed as like these perfect parents as we've seen in the past. They were just like regular people trying to fucking raise their kid, which he was their kid, the best way they could. So they didn't have all the right answers to everything and all the other variations of the Kents we've seen. What's that face for?
okay, maybe it was my own personal bias. They was like the whitest black grandparents that ever lived.
The whitest black for okay.
Because like my father-in-law, I love him to death. He's one of those guys that'll just sit there and ramble off like random stuff to you, and then a pearl of wisdom will drop in the middle. And that's what Paul Kent was doing. He was just sitting there just talking to him, and then he was like, son, and then he dropped, and I was like, this is what the Kent house is supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel like when the rest of the world don't make sense, you go home. And it didn't feel like that in the Snyderverse. Hell, he don't want to even be saved from fucking weather. It didn't feel like that there. It didn't feel like that in the old movies. Except, but I think that was just before my time, so I can't even count those. For me, that was the Kent family farm.
Well, they also in the original Superman, his father dies when he's still young. He has a heart attack, so. I think it's been a more modern interpretation since like Lois and Clark, the New Adventures of Superman, where the Kents are both alive and well. But I agree. I thought that scene between Clark and his dad was the best emotional scene in the movie. I thought. Yeah,
I can agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah. So what would you give it out of 10, Mike? Because we gotta get ready and run. I know.
Yeah.
I guess probably a 9 out of 10. It was. Really, the only thing I didn't enjoy was the end credits scene, and that's mainly because I really had to pee, and when I got through that scene, I was like, I waited for this.
I mean, it was quirky though, man. It was a quirky scene. We skipped over some shit, by the way. Supergirl. What did y'all think about her character?
I'm excited for that.
End? Yeah, I am too.
Excited for that.
I found out the movie's coming out next year.
Yep, so already been cast. My son put me on game with that. She been casting everything. Can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Like I don't know her from anybody, but the fact that Jason Momoa is supposed to be playing Lobo, which I said on my podcast long time ago, he should have been playing Lobo.
You did.
I feel fucking vindicated as shit. He is gonna destroy that role. Yeah, so I'm pumped for that.
Now we got to beat Mike to getting Jason Momoa on our podcast. Good to work, Sam. Get to work.
I'm down with that. We'll see what we can do.
Word.
Oh man, what's up, y'all? What's up? We appreciate y'all. Illegal Opinions Podcast, episode 253. Let them know where they can find your stuff at, Mike.
On YouTube at Jack of All Nerds Show. Pretty much it.
Word.
There you go. Go check out Jack of All Nerds, man. He's done some really cool stuff over there, especially if you're into the nostalgia. Derek Murray, that was on our podcast, the other half of his team, they're over there. It's very entertaining. Please go check it out. I got some shows this weekend. I'm going to be back around the way for the summer. I'm chilling while I get some of the things I mentioned earlier in the pod sorted out. But other than that, I'm right here. So just keep it rolling, and I'm going to make sure y'all get clips of this show. Ken?
Hell yeah. Word. Y'all know I ain't got
a goddamn thing. What you doing the outro today?
Oh, well, shit. Well, let me get the fuck up out of here before my kids murder me because I'm supposed to be on this grill. But anyway, I ain't got shit going on. Y'all have a good weekend. I don't know whatever Marcus says. Just remember that shit. That's what he says. And thank you. He'll give it the outro like that all quick.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? Got to be quick and media.
Hell yeah.
You want to be a star, don't you? Man. All right, y'all. Episode 253, and we out. We love you, baby.